Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Sunday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I am Glenda Rashipura. In the news tonight, Botswana may face devastating impacts should the proposed bill to ban the import of hunting trophies into the UK be passed. However, concerns have been raised about the domino effect that this ban will have on other countries. The hunting industry in Botswana contributes about 4.5 billion Botswana pula to the GDP and directly employs about 3,000 people. The Botswana government therefore arranged for several journalists from southern African countries, including Namibia, to first-hand engage with your tourism minister. The Botswana Wildlife Producers Association experts at academia in the field and communities and how hunting benefits the country and communities. While the UK is not the largest export market of hunting trophies for Botswana, taking up about 10%, there is concern about the spillover effect that this will have on other countries to follow suit. Most of the hunting trophies goes to the US. In our next story, the Namibian Association of Medical Aid Funds has brought together several key players in the health funding industry to discuss solutions to common challenges faced by the industry. The establishment of the Healthcare Provider Working Group and Healthcare Provider Forum will ensure that a range of functional expertise from a healthcare provider and create an opportunity for a broad range of ideas, considerations, and compromises to be worked out as early as possible to avoid costly errors, rework, and miscommunication. The healthcare provider committed to working together at the tariff announcement held on the 7th of March 2024 on obtaining greater visibility on the 2023 claims experience. Contributions are approximately 10% lower than total expenditure. Shortfall is being funded from reserves, according to the NAMFISA quarterly reports. The 2024 Windhoek Carnival, also known as Vika, was launched this weekend. This is what the president of the Windhoek Carnival, Holger Menzel, and Surihe Gomas Guchu from Namibia Breweries Limited had to say. Let's take a look.
So decorate a little bakkie, sit on a bakkie and enter a float. You can still enter a float to be part of the Vika float procession. Because the Vika turned 70, we would love to have 70 floats. At the moment, we're halfway. So maybe with your assistance, we can get to 70. That would be really great. Now you're ready for next weekend. Now you're ready for next weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, as I just now said, this is the NBL Vika kickoff party. I would like to call on Surya. Let me just get this completely right. Goamas Gugu to come to the front to join us here, the official party. NBL has been assisting us throughout Carnival years in the past and hopefully in the future. And I would like to welcome you here today and hope you have a lot of fun. And I would love you to greet our jesters and jokers with a couple of words on behalf of NBL.
NBL is very, very proud to be a sponsor of the Vika, the NBL Vika Beer Fest that's coming up. So we are very, very happy to be part of this sponsorship. And as a contribution, every year we will be part of this because we want you to enjoy our answer draft. And I see that this is already happening. We have our mugs full. Yeah, Prost. I can understand that one. So it's really wonderful to be part of this the sponsorship. For NPL, it's really about bringing together the joy of true togetherness, which is part of our mandate and also what we stand for as NPL. We continue to be a Namibian business, and therefore we support Namibian cultures. And the German culture is also part of the Namibian culture, and that is why we're supporting this agenda. So on our part, thank you so much, and we look forward to being with you come the Vika Carnival in April, I understand? In April, yes. So we look forward to taking part in the procession and also the float. And at the same time, let's say Prost to the NBL Vika Beer Fest.
Over the weekend, the Namibia Youth Energy Forum was launched by its founder, Fanuel Shinedima, to lead the charge towards a sustainable energy future. He said in a statement that with a clear vision and steadfast commitment, NYEF aims to inspire, educate, and provide opportunities for young people to actively participate in the energy sector, driving socio-economic development and environmental sustainability. At NYEF, the vision is to empower Namibian youth to lead the sustainable energy transition and drive socio-economic development. According to Shinedima, the forum wants to educate and provide opportunities for young people to actively participate in oil, gas, and energy developments in Namibia, with a focus on renewable energy and sustainability. They believe that by mobilizing the energy and enthusiasm of young people, they can make a significant impact on the future of Namibia's energy landscape. After the break, we take a look at our story of the day.
Attention kids, we have some exciting news for you. We are back, and this year we are planning on going big. So listen up. If you are in grade 3, grade 2, grade 1 or pre-primary, we are bringing your free school workbooks to you soon. This is all you need to know about where you can find your books. Books will be available for free in Republican Street Sale newspapers and all Namibian Sun newspapers. And for all pre-primary kids out there, your books will be delivered to your school in all 14 regions of Namibia. And there's more. Pre-primary books will also be printed in 9 different languages. Check out when your book will be available from the schedule right here. That's not all. Our free online school is there to help you along the way with video lessons and more books to download. You can also follow along on NTV every Monday to Friday from 9:30 to 11:30 for your daily online school lesson. We thank all our sponsors who are helping to build a brighter future for Namibia. Contact us at info@acdtrust.com and follow us on Instagram.
Swapo Vice President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah led her fellow party during the Central Committee meeting on Saturday.
President of our Republic and Swapo Party, I pledge to you, comrades, Nangolo and the entire rank and file of our party to support you and rely behind you, Comrade Bumba, in executing the mandate that is bestowed upon us as Swapo members by the Namibian people in 2019. Comrades, I also want to thank our Secretary General, Comrade Sophia Shaningwa, the Deputy Secretary General, Comrade Wahepa Irunga, for their steady hands in heading our secretariat during that difficult time, together with the staff at the party headquarters. Equally, I must thank each and every one of you, from the branches to the district, the regions, and to the national level, for your revolutionary discipline, your display of unity, your tributes, and your prayer over the past 18 weeks. We must employ our political wisdom and willpower on how to overcome those identified challenges that enable our party to fulfill its long-time mission of serving the Namibians people effectively and efficiently at all times. Today, comrades, the Central Committee, the highest organ of authority between the Congress as per Swapo Party Constitution, will meet at this extraordinary Central Committee meeting to take the work of Swapo Party forward during this difficult moment, but manageable circumstances, I must say. I strongly believe, as the saying goes, where there is a will, there is a way. It therefore goes without saying that party members, supporters, and sympathizers, national structures, including the wings and affiliates of the party, are looking at the Central Committee, which is the political center that holds our party together to provide leadership and for Swapo Party to remain more united and strong in execution of our national responsibility. As we continue to experience the deep void he has left in our party, we should be proud of the fact that Comrade Hage Genko was a child of Swapo. We should be filled with a sense of pride because Comrade Genko was shaped by the liberation struggle and our heroic and victorious movement Swapo. Comrade Genko made history from his early days as a young freedom fighter in 1962, a Swapo petitioner to United Nations. His election to the top 4 as vice president in 2007 and later president of Swapo Party in 2017. No doubt, the life of Comrade Genko is linked in the blue, the red, and the green colors of Swapo Party, the colors we are all proud of.
In economic news, on the other side of the break, we look at Reuters' lineup of African business news.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
David Doyle brings you a roundup of some of the biggest business headlines from sub-Saharan Africa this week.
Here's what's been making the business headlines in sub-Saharan Africa this week. Binance is stopping all transactions and trading in Nigeria's Naira amid a countrywide crackdown on cryptocurrency exchanges that authorities have blamed for feeding a black market for foreign exchange. Last week, Nigerian authorities detained 2 Binance senior directors on undisclosed charges. Also in Nigeria, Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, is planning to set up a new oil trading arm to help run crude and product supply for his new mega refinery in Lagos, according to 6 sources familiar with the matter. The 650,000 barrel per day refinery is set to redraw global oil and fuel flows, and the trading community is closely watching the way it will operate. Dangote did not reply to several requests for comment. Australia's Invictus Energy is hopeful that it will conclude a production sharing agreement with the Zimbabwean government within weeks to develop its Cabora Bassa project following years of delays, a non-executive director said on Thursday. Energy consultancy Wood Mackenzie has estimated that the project's Makuyu discovery was the second largest made in sub-Saharan Africa last year. Ethiopian Airlines has agreed to buy 8 Boeing 777-9 wide-body jets, with potential for 12 additional aircraft orders, the company said on Tuesday. Major airlines are flocking to fuel-efficient wide-body jets to keep operating costs down and cater to booming international travel demand. And finally, a UN official has warned that Africa will be $2.5 trillion short of the finance it needs to cope with climate change by 2030. UN Economic Commission for Africa chief economist Hanan Morsi told a conference in Zimbabwe's Victoria Falls that the continent attracts only 2% of global investments in clean energy, but that climate change is costing African countries 5% of GDP every year.
Let's now take a look at our financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 24.01, against the euro at 20.46, against the US dollar at 18.71, 2 Namibian dollars and 60 cents gets you 1 Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, gold went up while platinum, copper, and Brent crude oil went down. Brent crude oil trading at 1.84%, going for $82 and 38 cents per barrel. In international news, we take a look at Portugal's elections. All this on the other side of the break.
Hallo Namibia, ons is by die kus en ons is lit.
Away by the Easter shark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, please, today you make sure that we are fed. Sorry, exactly. Portuguese voters headed to the polls on Sunday, facing a choice between switching to a center-right government or keeping the center-left in power, although neither appears to have a clear path to a full majority. The far-right Swapo Party has been growing in clout and could play a role in post-election talks. The issue dominating the campaign in Western Europe's poorest country includes a crippling housing crisis, low wages, sagging healthcare, and corruption seen by many as endemic to the mainstream parties. Polling stations open at 8 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. in mainland Portugal, and an hour later on the Azores archipelago. Results are expected around midnight. After this short break, we take a look at our weather predictions. Getting into our weather predictions for tomorrow. Partly cloudy and hot in the Karas region. Elsewhere, partly cloudy and hot to very hot with isolated thunder showers, but scattered thunder showers in the northwestern regions. Partly cloudy and warm to hot with a few showers over the central and northern coast. The wind will be moderate to northerly to southwesterly, and the tides at Walvis Bay are as follows. At 12 a.m. you can expect a high tide, and then at 12 p.m. you can expect a low tide, and again at 12 a.m. you can expect a high tide. Sunrise in Windhoek is as follows at 6:33 a.m. and sunset is at 7:35 p.m. After the break, we take a look at our sports news. To stay with Sunset News. Let's take a look at our sports news. The popular Rossing Uranium Marathon took place on Saturday in Swakopmund and attracted double the usual amount of entries in the respective categories. More than 2,000 avid runners entered the competition as amateurs or elite athletes. That offers the marathon, the Frank Slabbert Half Marathon, a 10-kilometer run and a 5-kilometer fun walk. This is the 33rd year that the Rossing Marathon was hosted. The marathon remains Rossing Uranium's flagship sports event and the biggest one on the Erongo region's sporting calendar in partnership with Swapo Striders Running Club. Moving on, the Namibia Volleyball Federation, NVF, has announced the commemoration of the 40th anniversary of the esteemed dog tournament, a pivotal milestone in the annals of the sport. The event is scheduled to be held at the MTC Dome in Swakopmund from the 30th to the 31st of March, named in tribute to Dr. Jurgen Moons, a distinguished dentist and trailblazer in Namibian volleyball during the early 70s and 80s. The tournament has garnered significance as a historical cornerstone. And with that, we have come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook on all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website 102.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every weekday and Sundays from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am Glenora Shipura, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.